Welcome. Tune in and live, baby.
Welcome back to the Free Jazz Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned in for episode 160, aka 160, aka we've been doing this shit for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, we at 160 right now. You know, we're only 40 away from 200. I told him, listen, 200, we about to do something extravagant. We're gonna rent an elephant. You feel me?
See,
we're gonna have the fireworks in the air.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're gonna have
some little people.
We're gonna have the acrobaits going crazy. Listen.
Yes.
I see what you're getting at, but listen, 200 is gonna be. It will be the Great Gatsby. Just know that.
I ain't gonna lie. Damn, 200 is actually not that close if you think about it. If we were to do one episode a week, it would take 40 more weeks. It'll be motherfucking spring 2026.
Listen, how the way time is moving, that's next week.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a good point.
Next week is August. Boy, time's moving.
Oh shit.
Next week is August. That's what I'm saying.
This week, Friday. It'll be August. It's Sunday. In the Jesus calendar, it's the first day of this week. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
6 days from now. That's crazy.
So by next week, it's gonna be 40 more episodes.
Merry Christmas, bro.
That's Merry Christmas at this point, right?
That's what I mean. Happy New Year. I hope you have a great holiday. That's where we at right now.
At this ATP at this point.
Yeah. You're not gonna lie. So, man, it's been a crazy week as far as like, y'all feel like everybody dying. You seen this? Like everybody is dying. I'm not gonna lie. Rest in peace to the first person. I don't even remember Shorty's name, but she's important and she has a name. But then
the first person.
There was a lady that died. I forget her name, but she's famous as heck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my son Brandon was posting on her all week. Forget her name. Not the point. Point is, first, I believe it was
Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
Malcolm-Jamal Warner died, a.k.a. Theo Cosby, a.k.a. Bill Cosby's son. It's crazy.
R.I.P., man. And the way he went out is crazy. Did you hear the story?
No, so I heard it was an accidental drowning. I tend to be skeptical when I hear that a grown man accidentally drowned. So I didn't get to like checking on the story, but I do want to hear what happened.
It was on vacation with his family.
Where was he at? He was in natural water? Was he in like a wave?
No. It was some island.
So he's down in the ocean?
Yes, he went on like a morning swim.
Oh
and
my God.
It was one of those, and they found his body pulled out. Yeah, like 4 hours later somewhere else. Yeah, that current got him.
Current got him.
So he was with his young daughter. R.I.P. That is a crazy way to go on vacation.
Daughter died too?
No. He was only one swim alone. But what I'm saying is, she was there.
That's crazy.
On vacation. But like, I can't imagine that, man.
Yo, that's gotta be a warning to y'all. Don't go out swimming alone, yo. I was just talking about this last night, bro. Nature's force is so wild and unpredictable. Like, yo, people don't understand what those currents and those riptides really mean. Like, you're on a shallow end of the beach, but there's a certain part, man. You'll get 4 or 5 feet in there, and you think it's sweet, and a current will just take you from under the water that you don't even see.
Undertow.
Yeah, and it will literally pull you and drag you, and you over here trying to just regular swim, and you can't. No matter what you do, there's not enough force in your body that's gonna go against that current, and you're gonna keep on going out. And what happens is you'll panic. Because I remember I got caught in the undercurrent one time when I was in DR when I was like a kid, and I remember I didn't understand why I couldn't get up out of the water. Like I was just rolling, and I got lucky enough that somehow it pushed me to a certain part where I could finally stand up, and I stood up and I was fine. But I was literally drinking water, like I was drowning, like legit drowning. I was like, "What the hell was that?" So I felt it, and I was like, "Yo, that's such a weird feeling, bro."
Yo, you know what's funny? I've known you most of your life. You've always been a little iffy around water.
I'm like, yo, I'm cold deep water.
Always.
Anything like I can get in the pool. Get me in 6 feet, whatever, 7, 8. It got to be a pool. I'm not getting in the ocean with water over my head. I'm not. Literally, I was just in Greece. I refused, especially because I was out there by myself. I literally stayed. I respected the water. I stayed. The highest I got was like the here. I was like, I'm cool right here. This is about as far as I'm getting by myself. Hell no. I don't play with water. I don't. It's too strong, bro. But anyway, man, rest in peace, man.
That was a big loss.
A legend in himself, man. That's tough. Like you, Theo, man. You a Huxtable, gang. That's like royalty for real. Like that's TV royalty. That is TV to be a Huxtable is crazy, bro. Yeah. Like you know, that's like I'm trying to think. That's like being in the castle. Like I don't even know. Like, but it's up there. Like. The Huxtables is a staple in the community. Like, I don't even feel like just in the black community. I feel like in general, in American TV history, right? Because it was the first time we saw like a black family depicted in such a high, at such a high like level where the dad's a doctor, the mom's a lawyer, the kids are all in like private school, crazy schools, and they live in this beautiful community in Brooklyn, this beautiful house. Like that
it pioneered a lot of different things.
Yeah,
it pioneered a lot of Cliff Huxtable.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, shout out to Dr. Cosby, but at the same time, not shout out to Dr. Cosby because you know what I mean. There's a lot of things around his name, but we're not gonna act like he ain't do a lot of crazy, like a lot of dope ass, like progressive things in the community for
Pioneered,
sure.
Absolutely. So R.I.P. My boy Malcolm-Jamal Warner, because the streets lost the real one.
And then the third person I remember was Ozzy Osbourne. Like, I know you remember Ozzy. Remember Ozzy from MTV? Like, Sharon!
Sharon!
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. What rock band was he part of? Ozzy Osbourne was part of a rock band, which is Black Sabbath. Yeah, shout out to Ozzy, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not over 40. I really have no idea. I've never listened to Black Sabbath like that. Were you an Ozzy Osbourne fan?
I know, not really. I know if.
Yeah, I don't want to sit up here and lie and be like, yeah, he's a legend.
No, he was a legend.
I know he was.
You saying that is not lying.
He bit a bat's fucking head off.
No, on
Ever
stage.
Since then,
Listen,
I always was a little standoffish with bro.
Like I said, I thought after he bit that bat's head off, I thought he had 2 weeks to live.
Yeah,
Voodoo
I was
priestess,
like, for sure that's COVID.
COVID
before COVID. Like
COVID. I thought it was black magic. I thought he was gonna have to sage his whole crib. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I remember my grandmother saw that shit. She wasn't feeling it at all. She turned that shit off quick. Put on cartoon. What the fuck are you watching? Like, not the bad part, just watching Ozzy on TV. She was like, this guy looks like the devil. Change this. I was like, damn. All right. Like, even in Spanish, he is a little demonic.
That's very Dominican.
Hey, she don't play that shit. Grandma was very religious. She don't play that shit. We got all these candles and Jesus statues in the living room. You're gonna be watching this devil on TV. We not doing that. Change this. Not the devil in my house. Grandma wasn't fucking around.
But yeah, R.I.P. to Ozzy Osbourne, man. He definitely lived 9 lives.
Bro, he lived to 76, which is impressive because I'm pretty sure he did a lot of drugs.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty
sure. You was part of the rock music scene in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Pretty sure.
You for sure did a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And I mean, you bite your bat's head off. You probably had some bullshit in your system. I'm saying you probably got some rabbit blood in your system.
Anybody who that is different. That is different. That is different.
Now, apparently, I heard something like he said that he didn't believe the bat was real, which is, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what anybody who does something like that, you already know.
Yeah, that's mad gangster though.
Oh, dude.
That's like, yo, go in your house, find a fucking rat, go outside, find a squirrel, grab it, and just bite its head off just cause. Cause have you ever looked at a rat? I mean, at a fucking bat?
It's a rat with wings.
Yeah, it's a rat with wings, and it's fucking creepy looking, bro. Like, their fingers go through the wings, and they just have these giant fingers.
Like it's like
it is disgusting.
It was like if we had a skin webbing between our hands.
Yeah,
like
this.
If
our fingers were like the size of Kevin Durant's legs, like they're just like proportionate wise, their fingers are like literally the size of their fucking whole body. It is disgusting looking, and this motherfucker decided to bite his head off. But rest in peace to Ozzy, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to Ozzy. You know what I'm saying?
And then listen, it's crazy because death comes in threes.
Yup.
It's crazy. And then the Hulkster, the Hulkamaniacs.
Oh yeah.
Hulk Hogan. I know the Hulkamaniacs. They were feeling this one.
Listen, I was very conflicted when I kept seeing Hulk Hogan post. I'm like, I seen a couple people post Hulk Hogan. I'm like, he must be dead or something. So of course I go on Instagram. I keep scrolling. I Hulk Hogan hashtag, and then I see, oh, he died. And I'm like, I realized that like more than half the people I see posted it were black, and I'm like, yeah, I do know Hulk Hogan was mad racist, right? Like, I don't think people even associated the racism with the character, and it's like, nah, he was in character all day long, gang. Like, that motherfucker would have ran for president as Hulk Hogan. He wouldn't have been whatever his real name is. His name was like Terry or some shit. But no, he for sure was a iconic wrestler. Right. Iconic character, iconic wrestler, very racist. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Like, I want to hear your thoughts on Hulk Hogan. How you felt about Hulk? Were you ever a Hulk Hogan fan? Keep it a stack. Before the racist shit, was you a Hulk Hogan fan?
I feel like he was a little before our time.
He was, yeah.
Like, I wasn't. He was a little before our time. Listen. He was like we didn't grow up watching. Yes, he's definitely been old our whole lives, but he's definitely a legend. And my thing is, when people want to talk about someone's legacy, it's not just a highlight reel. It's everything.
Yeah.
Everything encompasses your legacy. So what is Hulk Hogan's legacy? He is one of the most iconic fictional characters. Not even just fictional characters in the 20th century.
He was a real life comic book character.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, one of the most iconic. He is, if you don't even have to know wrestling to know the Hulk. You can anytime somebody rips their shirt, Anytime somebody rips his shirt, that is the Hulk. Like what he has done, he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers all time.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we had this conversation. Nobody talked about it when we put up.
But I mean, but we're not part of that generation.
Okay, I'm saying let's not do that. Where we, you know, what I'm saying they put Kobe top 5 out of nowhere as soon as he died. So R.I.P. to Kobe. But
no. But if you ask anybody over 40, they be like, you're out your mind. I
wouldn't argue it, but I'm just saying I know we didn't mention him for a fact. I know for a fact we didn't mention him.
And also, with that being said, the other part of his legacy was he was a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
like
honestly,
top level
if you ask me,
like
fuck him. We smoking on that Hogan pack, bro. That's how I'm feeling.
Hey, listen.
I don't. And not only that, he was also instrumental in back when there was, I forgot his name, there was a wrestler who was trying to unionize. He was snitching. He snitched to, Jesse Ventura, yes. There was a story.
Mom don't fuck around. We start talking about wrestling. Mom get excited.
Jesse Ventura was with all the talent talking about he was trying to unionize.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow, Vince McMahon found out. He's like, somebody in that room had to tell him. And apparently, under deposition or something, there was some type of legal questioning between Vince McMahon, and he was like, yeah, Hulk told me. So Hulk Hogan was backdooring everybody. And then all of a sudden, he started taking off. He got paid triple. Everybody else got paid during that WrestleMania. So yeah, he was a backstabbing piece of shit. He was a racist. He was a woman beater. He was a lot of things.
Yeah, something about them, yo, bro. Anybody who hits their head a lot tends to like beat their wife. I don't know what that's about, but like we should that should be studied. Like if you got brain trauma, you're probably gonna beat your wife. I don't know.
But listen, I take issue with. You can feel how you want about him. I take issue with the people who are saying that, that we shouldn't tarnish his legacy because he was racist. Like, what do you mean we shouldn't tarnish
what we should tarnish.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck what you've done in your life.
What are you talking about?
I don't care. Like, listen, I don't care what you've accomplished in your life. The racial undertone will always be a cloud that's over your entire legacy to me.
But if you found out that, like, R. Kelly was a neo-Nazi, would that stop you from listening to him more than stop you, like, the fact that he's a rapist? Like, nah, think about it.
I mean, what
that's
you mean?
music, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know how they be like, you got to separate the music from the you got to separate the talent from the person. And it's like, yeah, you're right. Because if I find out I was a neo-Nazi, I'm still listening to Step in the Name of Love. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. Nothing's going to stop. But fuck Hulk. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. Cool and people were upset that people wanted to bring that up, the racism aspect of his legacy. But like I said, your legacy is not just a human highlight reel.
It's also
and I feel like that's the issue with a lot of history in general, especially with who tells it, because you want to frame certain people and prop them up based on all their highlights.
Yeah.
But it's not just that; it's the totality of who they were as a person. All that has to be factored in. All that has to be factored in.
His racial spew was probably the biggest highlight he's had since he's retired. Like,
his last
headlines were this type of shit. So it's like, this is what we got to remember you of him.
His last time he was out there in the ring, they booed him. He got booed.
Yeah,
and that's a great way to go out for him. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't feel no type of way when a racist piece of shit dies. That's how I feel. I don't care who they are.
And it's crazy because he died July 24th, 10 years exact to the day from when he made like one of his first headlines from using like the hard ER and going on some crazy rant. And it's like, yo, the irony of that shit is crazy. Like, you died on the exact day that you got caught up saying some.
That's what we like to see. 10-year anniversary. That's what we like to see. I'm keeping it stacked, bro.
Not playing.
That's how I feel, bro. I'm gonna keep it stacked. I don't have no rule. I don't have no rule. I
was like I said, I was conflicted as soon as I kept seeing his face. I'm like, he must be dead, because when the fuck did Hulk ever trend like this? And I didn't realize he died 71, which is kind of young, but for somebody who's been doing mad steroids and cocaine his whole life, he did his thing.
He did his thing.
And he's like probably like 6'5", big as hell. Like, he survived.
I know he had a hella health problems and shit. Like,
for sure, you got to have health problems. You're banging your head all fucking life, and you're on mad drugs and do nothing but work out. Like, for sure, you're gonna be fucked up.
And I seen a lot of posts of these coons talking about, oh my God, these black people are talking about, they trying to ruin his legacy. Well, he ruined his own legacy. I didn't do that.
Yeah, no,
I didn't do that. I'm just pointing it out. I don't, like I said, I don't think when you talk about somebody's legacy, it should just be the highlights. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, it's true though.
And what that does, and that's actually dangerous. So what that does is it
rewrites the narrative. It
all about it. Rewrites the narrative. Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that Hulkster pack is in the air.
God damn.
Happy for it.
Yo, the word Hulk. I just thought about it. There was the Hulk and Hulk Hogan. Like, that's not a coincidence. They're from like the same era.
No. The Hulk is way before Hulk Hogan.
You're right. I know that's from like the comic book age, which literally started in the 40s and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know when the actual
when the actual Hulk was spurred, but I mean,
I feel like Hulk Hogan had to get it from the other Hulk. Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying though. But like,
18-inch pythons, brother.
Hold on, Marv knows the facts.
Thank you, Marv. See?
Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. Listen,
so Hulk Hogan had to pay Marvel for the name, and them 18-inch, them 18-inch
pops up with the fact you're not fucking around.
18-inch pythons.
That makes sense though, because I was like, those names are way too similar, and they had the very similar characteristics as far as like I'm muscle head, bound, ready to fuck something up
with them 18-inch pythons.
Yeah. Yeah, he was iconic, man. He was iconic. But what they say is that he said brother with the ER, with the RDR.
He said brother with the RDR.
Like, we know who you voted for.
And it's funny election. Because
we could always tell who we voted for.
His daughter, well, this was a while ago that she excommunicated herself from the family.
Yeah,
a while ago.
Yeah, because she realized they was on that bullshit.
Exactly.
Where's Hulk from? I feel like you know that.
That makes sense.
Racism, brother.
that makes sense, brother.
Holy shit! Yeah, Hulk's definitely one of them sundown towns. Like, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Probably northern Florida. Ooh, that's terrible. That's terrifying.
And his family's made a statement saying that people are tarnishing his legacy. Shouldn't be tarnishing his legacy.
Jesus.
And all I hear is a small violin playing. I don't have no sympathy for it.
With a small violin.
I just don't have no sympathy for it.
Yeah, I mean, but another news. All right, so.
What's going on? Speaking of legacy, I think it's a great transition. Did you see what's going on with Neon? Was at Breakfast Club?
Oh, yes. Neon, the streamer.
Yes. Did you see
the Indian kid from wherever the fuck he's from?
Yes.
I actually didn't get to watch it, but I kept seeing like little clips and highlights, hearing that he had a little bit of a hard time up there because they wasn't fucking around. I heard Ghislanie was on his ass.
Yes.
So I want to hear what happened.
So apparently, Breakfast Club says that he reached out to Breakfast Club trying to be on, and they allowed him to be on. Right. And you got to realize, when you do an interview, you asking the questions that everybody wants to know,
right?
You know, and if for those who don't know, Neon's an Indian streamer, and basically, a lot of his content is some of the, I think, as far as being like an influencer, content creator, it was how he got on. It was some of the worst ways you can possibly get on.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have said about
so him. He was one of those that did anything to go viral.
Yeah, race baiting.
That's what I'm saying. Even if that meant being racist, even that meant changing his voice and having these shock value moments in order to make a moment to go viral. But he's had a lot of those moments. A lot of those very racist. He said some what he said about Casanat's mother is absolutely deplorable. I'm not even gonna say it on here. Deplorable.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Deplorable. He basically he would do the random stuff in order to go viral. So he was saying something about reacting to a Kai video, and he was saying that he was gonna F his mother, and he called her Harriet Tubman. You feel me? Like real racist, real off the wall racism. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm like, goddamn.
So, but he's been doing that for years and built his base.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's trying to clean up his image, but that's already part of your legacy.
Oh, yeah.
So you already built your following. You already went and red pill and have all these built a following of people like, oh, wow, he's so based. Oh, my God, Neon's so cool. You know, like he already built his following like that. So he went on a Breakfast Club and he got challenged based on the racism that he's perpetuated. Oh. And, of course, what does he do? He plays victim. Oh, my God, that stuff was so old when some of the videos from a year ago. 2 years, literally 2024.
I know he's also pretty young.
He's 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, so if we're talking, I know he's been famous for a little while, so we're talking something from 4 or 5 years ago.
We're talking about some stuff.
He was legit a child.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago. I'm talking about last year.
No, yeah. I mean, but even then though, like 19, like you're gonna say some bullshit at 19.
See, but
I'm not giving an excuse.
No, but that's the thing. You do anything to build your base. Now you think you can clean it up, and that's not part of your legacy. So he went on Breakfast Club and got challenged. Ghislanie did her research, and then he started crying. Oh my God, they didn't even want to shake my hand.
He actually cried?
No, he went on stream after. He was like, "You almost cried, man. They didn't want to shake my hand." He's playing victim, instead of owning up to your shit, saying this was what I did. Now he wanted to frame it. Oh, that was in the past. I'm changed. Look at my streams from the last 10 months. 9-10 months. That was the other day. You feel me? Like, so I want to know your whole reaction about this.
I mean, I know that a lot of his fan base was built off of Aiden Ross, who's an even bigger streamer. He's like the OG of this shit. And pretty much, Neon was just like a fan in the comments, and Aiden just gravitated to him because he was such a super fan. And then Aiden kind of like just brought him up. Know that. Yeah, that's how he came up. That's how he really came up on a lot. And then, like you said, all the rage video, I always heard that. But honestly, they're from a whole different generation. Me and you didn't grow up watching streamers, and I refuse. I just don't care enough to sit there and watch somebody laugh for 8 hours. That's insane. But I mean, I dig it. If you like it, I love it. But I don't want to make an excuse for him, but I am going to say being young is low-key an excuse. Because, bro, I literally be scrolling on my Facebook just for shits and giggles and listening to the shit that I would say when I was 16, 17 that I literally did not mean. And I'm like, why the fuck would I say that? Like, why in the fuck would I say that? And it was for shock value, and it was to get attention, and it was all that. And it's like, yo, the only difference between me and Neon is that he got famous. If I would have been famous, like to this day, I'd be thinking like, yo, if people go on my Twitter from when I was in high school, I'm probably going to jail. Like, I was just saying anything, dog.
Yeah,
the most racist, most sexist, the most fucking crazy shit, like just for no reason. And a lot of times I'll be quoting shit. Like, I quoted a Tyler Creator lyric.
I remember. Yeah,
I raped a pregnant bitch and told my friends I had a threesome. Why the fuck would you say that?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that.
Out of context, that's the fucking wildest shit to see a 16-year-old tweet. But then you're like, that's not a 16-year-old. That's how you really thought when you were younger. No, it's not. The fuck? I was literally quoting a song. But if you would see that, no context, you'd be like, this nigga belongs in jail. Why the fuck would he say he did that to anybody? There's no statute of limitations on rape. I was obviously fucking chatting. But if you don't know that tweet's from 15 years ago, you wouldn't even understand the frame of reference of the music that I was quoting. You have no idea. But you would look at me like, yo, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, who can?
And who would I be to argue? I'd be in Neon's exact position, which is why I tend to pull back on, like, I don't want to just dog him out. But like you said, hey, that was 12 months ago. By the time I was 18, 19, I knew, like, there's certain things you shouldn't. But I also was never, because I'm using myself as an example, I was never in that position where, like, fame actually equals dollars for him. Him getting a following equals more money, equals more attention, equals becoming bigger, which incentivizes him much more to do that. Especially at like 18, 19, I was still like a loose cannon as far as like I was pretty much doing same thing. I just knew that I could go to jail, so there's certain things I knew not to pass the baton. But say something, I'll say whatever. So I don't know. I don't want to dog him out because he's so young. But I mean, you got to get your ass handed to you. Like I think, yeah, he needed that. He needed that reality check-in. He needed to get pressed. He needed to feel that way because that's like, you should think, bro, you making people feel some type of way. Like, you making people say, you talking crazy about Kai's mom. Like, Kai's a kid in himself too, but he's like, he don't deserve to be talked to like that. And I don't know what they problem was.
I don't know. I only saw a clip of it.
Like,
I'm like, yo.
You talking about Harriet? Like, that's enough for a motherfucker to come see you about that. Like,
you got that.
Or not even Kai. Anybody
else. Yes.
That's yo, this little Indian nigga think he is. He could just talk like that. Like, he just never ran into some real black people that might do something to him. So it's like, you need that reality check. I think you really need that because it'll put you in check. I'm not untouchable, bro. Like,
so my thing is, I also seen like it was a compilation of a lot of stuff he's done over the years. One of it, he was sitting down in an interview with a white person, unprovoked. Well, who's your least favorite people? Oh, mine's definitely black people. You know what I mean? Like, God. Unprovoked. Yeah, so my thing is,
that's like a setup though. That's like a setup. I've seen comedians do shit like that, but I'm just saying that's a setup. For sure.
No. He asked the question.
Right, I know.
Like, oh, mine is like for no like went free. That had nothing to do with the topic or nothing. So with that being said, my thing is I only see now you want to go on a PR run. Now you want to change your whole image because now you already have your following. Yeah. If you would do anything to get your following, no matter what, no matter who it hurt or whatever, you would do all this on camera. Behind the screen, but you would never say it to anybody in person. But at the same time, now you have your following. Now you want to clean up your image and act like everything was so long ago. He only apologized after he got all this backlash on social media. So I don't even think he cares. And of course, there's gonna be streamers. There's gonna be comedians. There's gonna be artists who, of course, are going to back him, and you know, because we don't have no backbone, and we just accept anyone who apologizes to us. And I think that speaks to a bigger problem in our community. How we're just so forgiving of people, and we don't. And I don't even think he should. You know, it is what it is. He has his following. He can do whatever he wants. At the end of the day, he's huge. But at the end of the day, that's also part of his legacy, and that's something that should follow him. And I don't think he should be absolved from that. And it's just like I said, there's going to be these coons who just vouch for him.
So in 10 years, are you more forgiving of Neon or Chris Brown?
Oh, 10. I mean, well, it depends on what
Chris Brown beat the shit out of somebody at 19. Yeah. Neon said some words at 19.
Yeah. Listen. And Chris Brown has done a lot of other things.
But I'm saying though, when we talk about Chris Brown, you want to make sure we talk about him being Rihanna's ass, or can you get over it because he was so young at that time?
Chris Brown, but Chris Brown,
the same accountability that you're trying to hold Neon right now.
Chris Brown has done other stuff as well. It wasn't just Rihanna. He's done a slew of other stuff after that. Yeah. Stalking. He's done a lot of crazy stuff after that. So it's not. I mean, 10 years is 10 years. We'll see in 10 years' time. But as of right now, you're not about to tell me something year ago and acting like everything's changed. That's what I'm saying. Sure. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, we're talking about legacy with Hulk Hogan. That he literally got famous based off disrespecting people that look like me, and I don't jive with that at all.
Nah, I 100% feel that. I feel that. I don't know, but you know, I'm always concerned to be like, is that who you truly are? Do you really feel that way? Just
I don't care. You were
saying that, and you were doing it for clout. Is that who you really are? Though?
See, in my mind, it doesn't matter. I don't care if that's you or you just putting on a character because that's just funny.
There's no room for error with you.
It's not room for error. It's not saying it's room for error.
You fucked up, but fuck you for life.
No.
That's what I'm getting.
I'm not saying that, but you're saying that how it's different if you actually believe it or you're putting on a character or a show.
Right.
And my thing is, it doesn't matter. You're still putting it out there. You're still building a following based on people with those with ideological views. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if you're doing it just in order to get famous or you really believe it. You're still saying it. You're still perpetuating stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't care the reason.
That's true. You've always stood on that. So
I don't give a.
You're very consistent in what how you feel about shit like that.
I try. Listen, I try to be. I
gotta respect it.
You feel me? I don't.
I'm always so like open arms. Like, yeah, maybe they're a good person. Maybe I'm looking for the positive. But I mean, you got a good point. I can't argue that. You're right.
No, but listen,
you're building your following, perpetuating the bullshit. Those followers are coming from that side.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if you say you're not from that side, it's too late by now.
You already have a built a following based off doing shock value shit like that.
Like shit.
So now you have the red pill, young racist following that's already there. You feel
me? So it's fuck Neon for life.
I'm not saying for life. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
So Neon,
for right now,
you got a chance. You can bounce back. Go start building homes. I'm not donate some money.
I'm not.
Get your shit together.
Listen, I'm not about to say for life.
Yeah.
But really for right now, like not like you.
For right now, right? You gotta show something.
Now, if it was 5 years ago, okay, you talking about some shit you did last year. Now, but like I said, now your base is built. Now you're trying to transition.
100%.
I'm not with that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Neon, you got a chance, buddy. You can get yourself back. Just gotta stay in good grace and stop the bullshit, bro. For real, you don't need it. Especially like you said, you already built the following. Now weave all the fuck shit out. Start saying some super progressive shit or something. All the motherfuckers.
I don't even gotta say some super progressive shit, but nah. My issue is throughout history, we always been the butt of everybody's jokes, and then we always want to forgive people. That's part of our issue. That's part of our issue. That is part of our issue. When you look at other thriving minority groups, they don't tolerate that shit. They don't. Jewish people do not tolerate that shit. You feel me? They're cutthroat when it comes to shit like that. We're so forgiving about everything.
No, you're right.
We're so buddy about everything. We're so forgiving. As long as you have as long as you do something that we quote unquote think is cool for the culture, we're so forgiving for people like that, for incidents like that. And I'm not even saying just Neon. I'm talking about in general. I'm talking about throughout history. We're always being so forgiving, and that's part of the reason why we're in the position we're in now, if you ask me. So.
Yeah. In transition to being forgiving, shit, let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. Because I know you've seen she got a conditional pardon. Conditional pardon? Like I said, talk about being forgiven. What's going on right now? Please tell me.
I already see the play. Listen.
You see the play?
Oh, the what?
You read the offense.
Listen,
you know what they're calling.
I'm in the booth right now. I already see the defense. I already know what defense doing.
Yeah.
Free snap. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. You're not blitzing. I already know.
Shades on, but that don't mean I'm blind, baby.
So I already see the play here is now they're gonna start calling her a victim.
Okay, wait, real quick. Ghislaine Maxwell, people who don't know, she's co-defendant with Harvey
Epstein. The boyfriend.
Epstein.
Yes, Epstein.
What's his first name? It's not Harvey.
No, that's Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, bro, I get these Steens, they fuck me up. It's Epstein. Regardless, Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know. Epstein, goddammit. Ghislaine is Epstein's co-defendant, a.k.a. girlfriend, a.k.a. she was helping him do all that little kid shit on the island.
Absolutely.
Talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. What's going on?
So, she has been indicted on these trafficking charges. Mm-hmm. And now apparently we have Trump and these Epstein files that's been swirling over, and he's been trying to distract. Look, but Obama this, but Obama that. Right. There are no Epstein files.
Right.
So he's been trying to do all these pump faking. He's been trying to do all this play action. He's not fooling us. So now what's happening is apparently she is getting a partial pardon. So I already see the play. The play is going to be, watch. Now they're going to somehow try to spin it and try to make her a victim. I already see it. And then she's going to be pardoned. And then she's going to be a hero and a fighter for trafficking. Mm-hmm. I already see it. And she's probably going to out some people who's not Donald Trump. That's what I think the play is going to be. He's using her to tell certain information that absolves him of all blame, and now she's going to be a freedom fighter for traffickers everywhere, and she's a victim in all this. That's the play I see.
If they pull that off, you might be part of the Illuminati. That's a hell of a fucking stance you're taking. And I see it. I see it.
Listen, he's doing everything. He's doing everything he can. That's the play I see. He's pulling out all the stops. She's gonna be pardoned. They're gonna spin her and frame her as the victim in all this.
Yeah, they already killed the homie. They already put him down.
That's what I'm saying. So there's nobody. So and then they're gonna keep defending these pedophiles, man.
Wow.
And that's what I think is gonna happen. I already see some of the MAGA bases already on board with it, and their king can do no wrong, no matter what.
Yo, word.
The king is king. I've been saying this. Listen, all roads lead to Rome.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. He can say whatever he wants.
And
it can be a smoking gun in his hand. Doesn't matter, because all roads lead to Rome. He did nothing wrong. It's the Democrats. It's crooked Hillary. But the emails. I'm telling you, they always want to sit there and deflect. But we're in a crisis state right now. Trump has the lowest approval rating of any president up until this point.
Approval rating?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Approval? Like they do like a poll. Approval. Like, do you approve of Donald Trump?
Oh, okay.
Like approval rating.
Yeah. Like, y'all feeling this dude or not?
Yeah. So we're already at a deplorable society, and who would even elect somebody like this. And he is the worst of the worst, and I'll keep saying it. And I don't think he's ever going to be actually charged or indicted for any of the stuff he's done over the years. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this Epstein thing keeps swirling over, and he keeps dodging and deflecting, and he's pulling out all the stops. And I think this is coming. I'll watch. She's gonna be. All of a sudden, she's going to be a victim.
Yeah, we're going to see. And, I mean, talking about victims, you've seen this Shannon Sharp has claimed
my gosh.
So Uncle Shay Shay came to a settlement with the accuser, the woman who had accused him of all kinds of sexual assault and verbal assault. And if you don't know, Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay Shay, owner of Club Shay Shay, former host of FS1 show with Skip Bayless.
Ooh, Skip!
Yeah, so
Undisputed.
I was trying to think of the name. I was gonna say First Take. Yes, and he was just co-host of First Take with Stephen A. But if you don't know Uncle Shay, if you've been under a rock, Uncle Shay Shay, he had gotten into some turmoil with an ex-girlfriend of his who was alleging that she had raped him on multiple occasions and a bunch of other allegations.
She was 19 when they met, mind you.
She was 19 when they met. She was like 22 by the time she started to file a lawsuit. Her lawyer was Dr. Busby, not Dr. Busby. I'm crazy. Was Mr. Busby. Busby is well known what do they call it? Ambulance chaser kind of lawyer, where he's always looking for a victim that they could tie into some rich dude that we could pull some money out of. Yeah. You know, so apparently they came to a settlement outside of court. She has retired from OnlyFans. I think that's important.
Did you hear what the settlement was, allegedly?
Oh, see, I was gonna ask you how much do you think it was. I was gonna think what's the over under, but it sounds like you have some type of word that you
allegedly.
Heard. Allegedly, let's talk about it. How much you think she got? She was asking for what, 50 million? At first?
Allegedly, it was 23.
23 what?
That's what allegedly.
23 what? 100?
Allegedly, it was 23 million. Allegedly.
First of all due respect, Uncle Shay, I ain't counting your pockets. Uncle Shay don't got $23 million. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? 23 million?
Look at that.
It's just not possible.
It's
not possible.
So
to give up 23 million, that means I gotta have like over 100 and some in assets.
While you look it up, I will give my take on everything.
Yes, please.
So, Shannon Sharpe is one of those cases where age does not determine how old you are, because he's been acting like a child.
Damn.
Acting like a straight child. You in your 50s talking to some 19-year-old OnlyFans model, and he got played. Textbook. And you saw some of the text messages that she wanted him to put the big black baby in her, and her, of course that was her play. He wasn't with it, and regardless, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the abuse occurred or not, but he lost his leverage. He was in a position where he lost his leverage, regardless of what happened, regardless of what went down, regardless of what didn't go down. Now she has the leverage. Now all she has to do is make an accusation, which she did. She sued. Now he's settled. Now he is. Did you find anything?
Yeah. I was waiting.
No, go ahead. What does it
say? So listen, they got Shannon Sharpe at about $14 million net worth. That's his net worth. So I'm just saying, there's no way in hell.
Did you look at that? You didn't even see the.
No, I'm not even, because it's going to be undisclosed amount. There's no way. That's the whole thing.
I know it's under. Be a secret. They say,
but no way if she asked for 50. I don't think she got 23. Maybe 2.3. I could see that. I could see them asking, telling them like, you got to call for $1 million or $2 million, but 23. It's not Diddy. It's not motherfucking. This ain't hundreds of millions of dollars type of dude. You gotta remember, like, people gotta remember, Shannon Sharpe played in the NFL, yes, but he played in the 90s into the early 2000s. Like, I just see his career earnings were $22.3 million.
He made less.
His career earnings are $22.3 million. Literally,
and
the highest paid talent right now is making $19 million. He's gonna make basically what Shannon Sharpe made in his entire career. Somebody's gonna make in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? George Kittle will make that basically in a year and a half.
I keep saying 20 plus. That's what I keep saying.
Hey, listen,
but I don't know how true it is. I don't know if that means if she has a stake in whatever he's doing. You know what I mean? I don't know. But regardless, Shannon Sharpe, what are you doing, bro? This is a huge L.
This is a strong L, but I think you need it.
You just, like, bro, you out.
I think he needed this.
Like,
this is one of those days of reckoning. Sometimes you got to get smacked over the head, like, and it's going to cost you. But in the long run, now you know, like, bro, cut that shit out.
Of course you don't. I'll retire, too, from OnlyFans. If she was getting that. What?
You know what I'm saying? It got to be at least a couple M's. Like, if you, listen, you put 2 M's in the right place, you will be all right. You're going to be all right for the rest of your life. I ain't going to lie. So that's what I'm like, I could retire if somebody gave me $2 million right now just off the fuck around. Like, I signed on the dotted line, I'm about to get $2 million, I'm done working. I promise you. Like, it's not happening. I'm done working. That shit is over with. Whatever I was doing before, I'm not doing it no more.
But like
I'm collecting interest on that bread. We're going to be good for the rest of life. I'm not going to lie.
But like I said, somebody so old, so well respected, just have the childish mindset, man. He got.
Yeah, he got.
Like I said,
that's exactly what it was.
We don't know if the abuse happened, consensual, non-consensual.
Not jacking that.
We don't know. But
he wasn't trying to fight it. He would have spent. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
it probably was around. Like, I'm going like $2 million. I'm going like 2.
Okay.
I think it was probably around like 2.
Okay.
The highest I've seen they possibly have his net worth between 14 and 30 million. There's no way they're asking you for 23 million if you have that. It's just not happening. It's just not. Maybe if like they know you have a contract coming in for 100 and something, but even then, I'm not going for it. I'm sorry, I just can't believe that.
But yeah, come on, bro. That's a huge
L.
Shay,
you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping the best. But I'm not gonna lie, yo, the news moves so fast that like I've been forgot that shit happened. I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching Nightcap every night. We talking about bullshit preseason football. I'm watching Nightcap. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this bitch no more.
No, I mean, it's.
But that's how crazy it is, though. Like this was the biggest news for like 2 or 3 days,
and that's how crazy instantaneous news.
And that shit was going like this, and we are already past that. We're just waiting. Wow, August football, the Hall of Fame games on Thursday.
She might be the new third co-host of Nightcap. She probably owns 33% of that shit.
You feel me? That might be something.
You feel me? Like nah, but just we gotta do better. Once you're at a certain level in life, you can't do stuff that you used to do in the past. You can't move a certain way anymore, bro. Yeah. You gotta move smarter than that.
And speaking of other podcast hosts, have you seen Cam Newton's hot take on Jalen Hurts?
Oh, Cam.
How that sparked the Gilly versus Cam Newton saga. This is a crazy
it was Gilly versus Cam. It's Ryan Clark versus Cam.
It's a lot. The world versus Cam Newton.
I ain't gonna lie. I need to stop disrespecting Cam Newton.
Definitely need to stop disrespecting Cam Newton.
Disrespecting Cam Newton. Listen,
talk about
Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is the guy. He can do no wrong in my eyes.
Wait,
but
say what happened though. You got to talk about why people are even.
So what happened was Cam Newton didn't have Jalen Hurts in his top 5 quarterbacks currently.
Yeah.
And he gives a breakdown to say that certain quarterbacks are elevators and some certain quarterbacks are just game manager carrying the load.
Just don't fuck this up.
Yes, correct.
That's the vibe. Just don't fuck this up, Eli.
And so what happened was that created all this debate. You have Ryan Clark talking about alluding to Cam Newton not jumping on the fumble during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You have Dan Orlovsky talking about Cam Newton's career. You have Gilly the Kid talking about Cam Newton's career and everything. And Cam pulls up the receipts. He's like, listen, he said, I'm talking about straight football. And you want to attack Cam the person.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark. You were second team all SEC. Can't relate. Undrafted. Can't relate. One time Pro Bowler, can't relate. Dan Orlovsky, we're not even going to talk about you, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah,
who's a career backup.
Yeah, career backup.
And then he's going to talk. And then he went at Gilly the Kid. He said, Gilly the Kid, nobody knows your music. Do you know you had an album called so and so? Like he was talking crazy to Gilly. Like, bro, he basically said I was more successful in my field than you were in yours.
And it's crazy though because. Like, all due respect, Gilly was popping shit, and I love $1 Million Game. I love what Gilly and Wild do. But he was talking to Cam like he was the big bro in the podcast space. And I'm like, I don't think he realizes Cam gets way more views, has a way more. Like, bro, people have to understand, bro. Like you said, put some respect on Cam Newton's name, bro. These are household names. Like, you do one thing. What he did was American professional football at the highest level and was literally crowned the best player of that sport in the entire world at one point.
Yeah.
When you got the MVP.
Bro,
when you get the MVP, you go to the Super Bowl, but you are officially that guy. That's a different level. No disrespect to Gilly, but it's like, bro, you've never been there in podcasts or sports. Ryan Clark, Dan Orlovsky, people it's like, bro, tone it down.
And that's my issue. See, they want to do ad hominems and attack the person,
right? And
instead of what he's saying. He's talking about football. He's talking about I don't have him in my top 5 because of these reasons.
And it's simple too. If you look at what he was saying, it makes a lot of sense. Jalen Hurts has an incredible cast. He has the best offensive line, arguably the best running back, almost not even arguable. He has a top 5, top 10 receiver, and easily top 5, top 10 second. If you were to ask for a duo,
top 3,
top 3 duos, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? You have that, and it's like, bro,
the best defense,
and this is the best defense, a stacked defense. So he's right. He's like, yo, Jalen doesn't have to be incredible. He said, when he was talking about, like, when people were referring to, he's like, I'm coming from a perspective of, like, yo, I did it with pretty much just a dope tight end and some speedy receivers that weren't nowhere near starter caliber, and we made it there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jonathan Dwyer and D'Angelo Williams, if I'm not mistaken.
Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Dwyer was running back for the Steelers.
Oh, wow. I don't know where my brain is. Jonathan Stewart. Regardless.
He was throwing, no disrespect, he was throwing to Ted Ginn Jr. and Devin Funchess. You feel me?
Yeah.
No
that's
disrespect.
What I'm saying.
No disrespect.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and went to the Super Bowl with that team.
And not only that, we have people that's trying to disrespect that Broncos defense now. Bro. That Broncos defense had had Tom Brady in prison. Bro. They didn't score 20 points. They had the killer bees, the Steelers. Mm-hmm. Yep. They didn't score 20 points either. They had him in prison. That defense, prime Von Miller. He didn't have Lane Johnson at right tackle.
Cam Newton or Jalen Hurts, if you had to play,
it's not close.
Thank you.
It's not even close.
Please, you're saying Cam Newton, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But not only that, but
people started talking
disrespectful.
Like Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl MVP.
What is that?
And that? I'm like, all right, that's one game. He had an incredible game. Respectfully, shout out to him. That was beautiful. Mad love. Bro, Cam Newton is really fucking him, bro. But he's won a championship on every level, minus the NFL, but he got to the Super Bowl, which is something that you're saying something. Going 15-1 in the NFL, winning the MVP, going to the Super Bowl, being arguably a player or two away from possibly winning the Super Bowl, bro. That's something.
That defense was otherworldly.
Yeah,
that defense was otherworldly,
and that's exactly why people.
DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller,
bro.
Chris Harris, Talib,
yeah.
Yo, that defense was, and they trying.
Elvis Dumerville too. Didn't he go for like 17 sacks that year?
Bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're
Williams,
and people forget that Cam had his shoulder injury, and he wasn't never the same. He played, but he was never the same after that. But they need to stop disrespecting Cam Newton.
And also people have to say like, yo, bro, he's the different level of famous. Like. He first of all, he's 6'6", 260. Yeah, stands out any room he walks in. and then he's dressed like a court jester in the middle of fucking 1700s fucking France.
Yeah,
he pulls up like that with a bow tie and a fucking Duke jersey. He's fucking blowing
he'll fucking
killing me.
He'll cut a hole in his fedora so his dress can fit. You feel me? Like he's different.
Right. And put a Yu-Gi-Oh card on the side of this shit. And while smoking a black and mild. He's a wild dude.
But don't forget, he really put the mittens on people. You remember that at the flag football?
Yeah, he had to put the mittens on 3 little kids. The fuck y'all niggas doing? Y'all gotta be fucked up.
During Panthers camp,
y'all must forgot who I am.
He really not sweet. Y'all really disrespect. He really not.
And he's from Atlanta, the outskirts of Atlanta.
Listen, he might dress like Willy Wonka, but he not sweet.
That's my point.
He not sweet. You feel me?
So yeah, man, shout out to Cam, man.
Shout out to don't disrespect, and they're trying to disrespect that the. Like I said, the Broncos defense that year, they're trying to undermine that just because Jalen Hurts won. And this is no disrespect to Jalen Hurts. I feel like people are trying to act like this is disrespect.
He's not top 5, though.
No.
He's not.
No, I don't know.
All due respect, he's not top 5.
All due respect. And nobody's saying this other than Eagle fans. Yeah. Really.
Top 5, you got to put, before you put.
There's the big four. There's the big four.
Yeah, right. The big four. Lamar, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. That's the thing.
And he's not better than Matt Stafford.
That's not me putting him in order.
No. And he's not better than Matt Stafford. That's 5.
Yeah, you can put that. That's the end of the argument. You don't really have to talk about it, and you really could argue about a lot of the people.
That's what I'm saying. But no, with all due respect, like I said, I don't want to feel like we're disrespecting Jalen Hurts, but everyone's disrespecting Cam Newton like he wasn't him.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't him.
Yeah, Jalen, you still got a little way to go to prove that you're even better than Cam, but that's not Jalen. Jalen wasn't.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to prove nothing.
Cam was just giving an opinion as a podcaster, as a sports analyst,
and people want to start.
And people started coming at him. And
Dan Orlovsky, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Dan Orlovsky.
Like, do y'all not remember what Cam Newton did with that Auburn team? Oh my God!
Yeah, I think that was one of the single greatest seasons of all time. Bruh. He had nobody on that team.
Bruh. Him and Nick Farley.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Listen, he had nobody on that team.
So now we put some topics in, so I wanted to make sure we cover all of them. And I know you've been seeing this T app. And I want to hear your thoughts because I'm a little lost, bro. I kind of know what's going on, but I feel like you know more than what's going on because you put it in the topic list. But I want to hear. So the T app, what exactly is going on in the T app? Apparently, it's going up.
Apparently, T app was exploding. It was a woman only app, and basically they were spilling tea on guys. You feel me? You could post a guy and then they were going under the comments talking about what he's done in his past and everything. Damn, I've seen certain screenshots. Oh, like he's dirty. Oh, he smells. Oh, his dick little. Like you feel me? Like
yeah.
So the T app it was like number 1 on the app list for I forgot what it's called.
Word.
App Store for a little bit, but also. The information just got leaked from the T app. Like people's all information stuff. Somebody hacked it.
Oh,
recently.
Shit. Yeah. I did see that. They're pretty much what's it called, doxing people, like their addresses are out.
Yeah. Your IDs.
Birthdays.
So it was up, and then somebody hacked it. So, what are your thoughts on the whole T-app situation and everything?
I mean, I just think it's kind of crazy that girls have an app where they can basically just talk shit and rate you. Like,
yo, they talk. Yeah,
it's a little crazy, but I mean, like, it's cool. Like, I think it's funny. It sounds like some teenage shit, but I definitely did see some grown ass people posting screenshots and like, it was funny. My man's posted some shit, and the girls was on this shit talking about this dude tries to get you to his house before he even gets to know you. I'm like, damn, like they on your ass, like they on your ass. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Listen, I see. My thing is when it comes to certain gender stuff, that there's so much duality in it, and what I mean by that is I don't have an issue with that, but if the roles were reversed, women would be up in arms.
Yeah, but these motherfuckers are rating us, degrading us on these apps. But I mean, we all kind of doing that on Instagram, though. By the way, in the group chat for sure.
No. But they have.
Not me. I don't be in group chats.
But I'm talking about if there was a male only app where we used to talk about girls and what they've done and everything, and did anybody know this girl? Oh yeah, she did
like Yelp reviews.
That's what I'm saying. That's
honestly pretty helpful. We might need to make that app. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just saying. We might need that
listen, the T app, I don't mind it, but like women in general, like men can't have an opinion. We can't have a preference, because if men have a preference, all women are perfect.
But what if I want to be on the T app? Like, what if I say I'm a female?
I think you have to put your ID. I think you have to put your ID.
I'm gonna put my ID. I don't care. I identify as a female.
Listen,
I don't care.
All right, that's a whole nother.
I'm just saying.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm just saying.
That's a whole other conversation.
Tell me I don't, just because I look like this. Maybe I'm a butch. Maybe I'm a lesbian.
Not a butch.
Man, like, I've seen it. I'm just saying.
But yeah. So like I said, like in reality, we can't have any preferences. Women are all perfect. Because guess what? If you have a preference, you're gay.
Mm-hmm.
You're gay. You're gay, or it has something to do with your mother or something. For some reason. It always circles back to your mother or you're gay.
Yeah, that is
and that's all I'm saying. Women will sit there and say past doesn't matter, but then go on this T app talking about a man's past. But if men were to talk about your past, now we're gay.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Now we're gay. Now we're slut-slaming. Now we're misogynist. That's all I'm saying. That's all, like, I don't have an issue with the app, but if the roles were reversed, they'd be it would be World War VII. It'd be World War VII all men. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I don't have an issue with the app, but if the roles were reversed, but at the end of the day, men, we're not allowed. We can't have no preferences.
No, that's a fact.
No, we can't. What word? Does your mother have hair? Oh, is your mother's fat? What does that have to do with anything?
Nah, you're right though.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like there's been a whole new level of divisiveness between men and women though. Like, we're like creating this, like, I call it like the city girl culture versus like the guys are like on this like super woke red pill culture, and it's like two different worlds that are battling. They're pretty much doing the same thing. They're like trying to empower each other. And like making people more slutty, like, but we got to be successful sluts, and we got to shame people who aren't as successful or that are too slutty, and it's not behind closed. It's fucking confusing, son.
I think
it's like, is it cool to fuck 100 dudes for you and get money off these niggas and have them tricking on you, or is it shameful? Because I don't know no more. Like, is it cool to get the BBL or not? Because y'all kind of be dogging each other out for that shit nowadays. Like, it's really weird.
See, I have a theory. My theory is there was two things that happened in society which gave way to both of these, right? So I think the women empowerment, being able to, because before like the 80s or so, women couldn't get credit cards. Yeah. They weren't, heads of certain jobs, certain arenas. So women being able to be in a workforce and be bosses in the workforce, which is great. That, the boss babe, to where they don't need a man, per se, but back in the day they couldn't really do a lot. They had to depend on a man. So now we have that, and we have the other side where the inflation rate. Back in the day, you can feed a whole family off one income. Now, men, there's only a small percentage of men who can do what traditional women want. which can change your life like this. Back in the day, every man could be able to have a whole family. Now there's only a small percentage. So with only a small percentage of men who can still do the whole traditional thing, now women are forced to work in the work field. So with the forcing to work and being able to work due to the laws changing, I think that, oh, wow, I'm independent now. I don't need you. I can do, this is empowering. I can do all this stuff, and it doesn't matter what men think. And on the other side is, wow, she's empowered. Wow, she's doing all this slutty stuff. Oh, my God, I can't, you know what I mean? So I feel like both of those things have elevated the discourse between men and women today. Yeah, to where
it makes sense though.
Yeah, if
backtrack where the disconnect started.
That is absolutely. I think that's where the disconnect started. One being, like I said, empowerment, which is the great part, and the other part is you need 2, 3, 4 jobs in order to survive. So now women are forced to work when they don't necessarily. And now they have to work. Now I don't need you anymore. You know what I mean? So I think there's only a small percent of men who can flip the switch and day one change your life. Damn. Wasn't like that back in the day.
No, you're right. Damn, that changes really fast.
That changes everything.
But that changes so fast.
Yes.
Like, when I really think about it, that's crazy. Like, you said the 80s, women weren't able to get credit cards. Like, that was the other day.
Yeah, bro.
That was like just that.
Yeah, that was, that's what I'm saying.
Because we talk so much about, slavery and when, that was hundreds of years ago. And it's like, yeah, it was. And that still feels pretty recent. But then it's like, damn, women just in the 60s couldn't do shit.
Women couldn't vote.
I could legally beat my wife.
Yeah.
I could legally call them up. I just beat the shit out of Shorty. Why? The fucking chicken was cold. All right, have a good day. What the fuck?
There was no such thing as no-fault divorce. You couldn't divorce your husband for no reason. You couldn't. Your husband couldn't sexually assault you because that was your husband.
Right.
There was a lot of that.
That's crazy.
Now
man.
all that.
That was like our parents' lifetime. Like
Yeah. So now all the walls are coming down, and now men don't have the funds anymore as well.
Yeah.
So both of that.
Now you really ain't shit.
Now you really ain't shit.
I don't piece of shit.
And now I don't even need you.
Now I don't need you.
So I think both of those things exponentially. Now, and here we are today. Now the birth rate is the lowest it's ever been. People can't afford to have children.
Yeah, that might be part. Listen, I ain't talking about conspiracy theory, but sometimes I be feeling like all this shit is a play to slow down the increase in population. It's always been a play. The idea of like all these like genocides and motherfucking and like diseases and motherfucking shit that we couldn't cure when we know damn well we can cure anything and shit like that. I be feeling like, this is all part of a play to make sure that we control this population shit, because that might be our real problem. But I don't want to get into conspiracy theory.
I see that angle. I disagree. I just think it's all about money.
But that too though. Because, all y'all motherfuckers need to eat. Y'all fucking up the bread right now, like literally and figuratively. Y'all fucking up the money.
I think that it all comes down to money. It all comes down to money.
And I think our bottom line definitely has to do with our population. Money, definitely. Population and money go together. Like the population, period. Just because you got to spread the resources, the funds. You got, hey, this motherfucker wants to get into the hospital. Well, we got to pay for that. Then we got this motherfucker want to be broke. Well, here goes Section 8. Here's an EBT card. Here's this and that. In a lifetime, the government going to spend $1 million paying for your broke ass to live here. And they're like, you know what? It'd be a lot easier if we just feed y'all a bunch of bullshit food and fucking and sterilize you motherfuckers.
And guess what?
Feed you KFC and Popeyes so you can't have no more fucking babies.
And you know what that does?
Get some heart disease, get all that shit too. You'll be dead by 60.
And that'll help the medical insurance. That'll help the medical industry right there.
Listen, we might need to shut the fuck up before we die. Because listen, Illuminati don't play around.
I don't listen. All right. If I go out a martyr, so be it.
All right.
If I go out a martyr, so be it. But this is actually connected. This is a little side. This it's not gonna take long. Do you know the industries that are really suffering right now, which is going crazy? I know you've seen it in real life.
I'm assuming farming.
Yes, that's not where I was going, but yes, correct.
What else? Please tell me.
The restaurant industry is in the tubes.
Is it?
Yeah, in the retail industry, in the tubes. Do you know why?
Man, I've been seeing Neiman Marcus and Lloyd and Taylor's and shit closing down. Restaurants, ghost kitchens are more popular than ever.
Do you know why?
Because you could put 7 restaurants in one place as long as you could just make a ghost kitchen.
And why? What's the need for those? Because people don't have money. People not eating out like they used to. People don't have fucking money.
Yeah.
Nobody has fucking money.
You're right.
You see all these malls. Malls are turning into restaurant depots, or they're going to turn into apartment buildings But all these retail stores are in the shitter. All the restaurants industry is horrible right now because nobody has any fucking money. Nobody. And of course, people are never going to act like they don't. But, yo, it's bad out here.
And real quick, while we're talking about money, it's one of the things that I seen on the list I wanted to talk about. You said Cuba joined BRICS, which I know is the money system that like China and Russia and Brazil and parts of Africa are all connecting, right? And I want to hear about that real quick. So I know we got to get up out of here.
We got to get up. We got to get up out of here. So yes, Cuba has joined BRICS. For those who don't know, BRICS is basically Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa are the ones who are the pillars of it. It's basically the ops of America. They basically band together to
the Legion of Doom in real life to create the Legion of Doom.
Well, depending on how you ever want to frame it. Are they going against the Legion of Doom, or are they framing is everything. Sure. But back in the day, America used to be such a world power where a lot of countries had to depend on America for their safety and everything. Now, BRICS is an alternative to that. You don't have to go to America. You can come to us. So, for those who don't know, Cuba has had an illegal embargo blockade on them for forever.
Right.
And it's funny, the UN just voted to end the blockade. You know the two countries that voted to keep it?
America and...
You know it.
Oh, I should know this. Hold on.
Oh, you know it.
Fuck.
Israel.
Okay,
America and Israel is the only one who wanted to keep the embargo blockade. So, for those who don't know, I'll give you a quick. So, Cuba is a communist country right now, and America doesn't like communism, and America doesn't like any system of government that isn't for the corporate interests of America. We are imperialists.
Right.
So if we put a blockade on their imports, so Cuba has less trade partners because of us. And if you trade with Cuba, we sanction you.
Yeah.
So what does that does? So automatically inflation. Everything goes crazy because if your demand is the same and supply is down, inflation all the time. People still need to eat regardless. But if you have a lot less suppliers, inflation all the time. So in Cuba joining BRICS, that they're trying to basically lift some of that pressure off of Cuba and a lot of what's going on with their economy, and a lot of people are fleeing Cuba because it's crazy out there, but America has a big hand to do in why it's crazy. But Cuba joining BRICS is actually big and crazy. I'm willing to. I want to know what's going to happen after this, and in the outcry from this, and America's response is going to be, because remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. What happened?
Right.
Cuban Missile Crisis. So Cuba is 90 miles off the shore of Miami. Right. We cannot have the ops too close to us.
Hell no.
So that's basically what the Cuban Missile Crisis was. Russia backed Cuba. We cannot have that. Right. It's literally.
And Cuba said we will fuck Miami up.
You know what's crazy?
Fuck Miami up.
It's now. The same. It's the same thing. Russia and Ukraine. Russia is right next to Ukraine, who is America's ally. Russia is like, we cannot have the ops so close to us. It's the same thing, different region. Same thing, different region. So, Cuba joining BRICS. I want to see what comes. There's a lot of other countries. A lot of other countries are joining BRICS. A lot of other ones that have had bad history with America. So I want to see what happens and what comes out of it, and what BRICS has plans for the future.
Get your popcorn ready. Get your war boots. Get you some guns. This shit's going up.
They teaming up and going against Thanos.
This shit's going up. It's going up in smoke.
So
just know if you live in America, you probably gonna be all right. But on that note,
Marv, we got any time left? We out of here. So I know you want to talk about real quick the murder case trial.
Oh, yo, word. That went right over my head. I mean, yo, bro, shit's crazy.
So go ahead.
So people don't know. We've covered the Jacksonville saga. There's been like a Jacksonville drill scene in Jacksonville, Florida, where there's Young and Ace versus Julio Folio, who's murdered just last year in a very tragic way, but it was also very viral the way that he went out, because he was very well known for mocking the death of other people that died. So the way that he died kind of made sense.
On his birthday.
On his birthday, all that kind of stuff. But regardless, so there's been a murder trial for Queso, which is one of Young and Ace, one of Young and Ace's closest friends / the shooter from their side, and he's alleged to have killed over 3 people. And in the case that he's actually being trialed for, his father is testifying against him in this case because his father was brought into this case supposedly not knowing anything and just became an accomplice to it because they called his dad as the getaway driver after they got into a crazy shootout, killed somebody, ran through a house, jumped into some lady's house, pretty much kidnapped the lady and forced her to give him clothes. And
allegedly.
Allegedly, sure. They're saying that they literally held her hostage while they changed clothes in the house and came out, jumped in the dad's car, and now everybody's arrested. The dad's coming out to testify against his own son, Queso, and Queso is in court fighting for his life, him and his co-defendant, and they're the real interesting part of all this, why I really want to mention is, yo, bro, I was watching the trial, and yo, the science that they're using to capture people are insane, bro. So they lock bro up and when they put him in county, they made him take pictures of course, standing straight, standing to the side, standing to the right. Then they started doing something where they make you take a picture with your body like this, and then the other direction like this, and a couple other motions that would look like when you're naturally running. Yo, bro, they created a 3D model of bro, and they can literally show that you're the exact height, weight, and measurement, even if you're wearing a mask, because he was wearing a mask in the shooting, fully hoodied up, so you can't even see his hair, which he has dreadlocks, so it's usually used to identify somebody. So there's no way to really identify him, but they're using 3D printings and 3D models of people, inserting them into the actual footage and doing a side-by-side of him running virtually and him running realistically, and they're like, yep, this is exactly him. And they're using that shit, and it's insane.
Yo.
Because, listen, the streets is done, y'all. The streets is done.
The streets has been done.
Don't commit no fucking crime, bro.
It's over.
Because if they find a conviction all of this, it's over, bro. They're making 3D printouts of you, and they will recreate you committing the crime and show you that this is exactly what this is, even if they can't even see your fucking face, bro.
They'll pull up the 3D model running like this is the 3D model running,
bro,
and this is him running.
Watch that. Watch Trap Lord Ross has a YouTube channel where he literally, this is where I got this information from, but it's a lot of footage from the actual court case. In the court case, they're showing the exact footage they're showing in the courthouse. And I was like, bro, that's insane. I'm talking about, and to see the viciousness and the carelessness of how they committed this crime really made me realize, bro, like, yo, there's a level of pain and just anguish in the ghetto, especially, that like you can't explain it, bro. Like, for you to be that angry, that young, your man's is a millionaire rapper, and y'all are outside literally broad daylight, bro, hopping out, choppers out, mowing down a kid, dog. Like, one of the first bodies he called was the kid Bibby that was really famous from the Who I Smoke song, the Who I Smoke.
Yes.
He's the first that he go, Bibby.
Yeah,
he allegedly killed Bibby, who was 16 at the time.
Oh,
He was like 18, 19 when he was
I know he, yeah.
Queso supposedly did that, but that's not who was on trial for killing. He was on trial for killing another kid who was like 19 at the time. And it's just like, bro, the senseless murder and the viciousness and like I said, the way they carry out these crimes, it really makes me question, like, bro, what level of hate does that come with, bro? To mow down somebody that look like you, somebody that's your age, somebody you probably went to school with, somebody you have, I know you got memory. It's just like, bro, that's scary, bro. Because being so removed from that shit now really breaks my heart when I see that shit.
Yo, it breaks my heart too, man. The environment is scary, bro.
And it's like, but I can't blame the environment 100% no matter what, bro, because everybody makes a decision, bro. And I know some of the greatest people on this earth that are from some of the worst trenches, and they made it through, and they became scientists, doctors, lawyers. They didn't go kill nobody.
All right, but yes, but you're talking about an individual.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a group of people in certain situations. There is going to be those outliers that make it out of situations. I'm talking about a group, and that's the thing. When people have these conversations, they want to talk about individuals. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about the individual. I'm talking about if you insert a group of people in this environment, what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can talk about the individuals, but at the end of the day, you got to look at it from a micro level. I mean, from a macro level. When you do studies in sociology, the outliers are important, but you're not worried about the outliers. You're worried about the overlining. Yes, the majority, the actual findings of the study. So I think that when people talk about situations like that, they're not looking at it from the right lens. You know what I mean? It is absolutely the environment, but that doesn't absolve them from any of the crimes that they've done. Or anything that they like. I'm so far removed from that too, bro. It's sad, and you know, it
breaks my heart. But I said to say, listen, man, don't commit no crimes, bro. I swear to God, that shit is crazy. But on that note, listen, it's been Free Gems Podcast. We appreciate y'all. Episode 160, man. We got to get up out of here. We gonna see y'all next week, though. Y'all make sure to tune in and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Comment, subscribe, all that.
Subscribe. Tell us how much you love us. Tell us how much you hate us. Listen, we appreciate everybody and thank you. We gonna
thank
see
you guys.
Next week. We gone.
We out of here.